Hi everyone, it's Emily, and look what finally arrived in the mail. So here we have the PS4 limited edition of Trails from Zero. So I'm very excited to unbox it for you guys and also do a little bit of a comparison of what this limited edition looks like compared to all the Cold Steel game limited editions for the PS4. So I haven't opened it yet. It's still in the box. I did already remove the tape and label, but this came directly from NISA America. They delayed my order for some reason, so I'm getting it a little bit later than it seems like everyone else, but I'm happy it's here. I've been trying to get a hold of the standard edition for the Switch because that's actually the version I want to play. But this seems like another Digimon Survive situation where the retailers just don't have these games in stock for some reason. So I'm not sure when the Switch edition is going to come. I originally pre-ordered it from Best Buy along with a scheduled pickup, but it doesn't look like they're going to get any copies in for the next few weeks. So I canceled my order and then I tried to see if Gamestop had it and they could ship it to me because they claim to have it in stock on their website, but I still haven't gotten a shipping confirmation email yet. But yeah, NIS America usually uses just a single, in this case, 2 pieces of bubble wrap, but the box they use is pretty sturdy, so this seems to have arrived in a safe condition. But yeah, I really like how NIS America has been doing these nice and compact boxes. I don't have a ton of shelf space, so I really do appreciate these smaller boxes. And there's a lot of great artwork detail in different textures. I very much appreciate. So it of course comes with the deluxe version of the game. So this is the base game. You can order this separately whenever the retailers finally get their stock in. So I'll open this up because this will have the same items as the regular edition. So it has a special support section dossier. So it's like a little mini photo book, and it says that there are spoiler materials. So I'll just kind of briefly show what this looks like. And I'm guessing some of the characters in the back will be spoilers, so I'm not going to flip through those just yet. They're advertising for the other merchandise that you can find, like the Void plush, which I'm kind of kicking myself for not ordering. I don't know if it's still in stock on NISA's website, but there's also a puzzle and an expensive, I think it's an acrylic poster. And there's also a digital soundtrack, which looks like it contains 5 different songs here. The other nice thing that NISA has been incorporating a lot into their physical editions is that they've been doing these alternative cover jackets and having the fans vote for which piece of art to put on the other side. So this is the standard cover I just shared, and this was the art that was voted for to be as the alternative cover if you wanted to look around. And I'm not going to take it out, but here is the disc. And the reason why I'm not going to be playing the PS4 version first is because this is considered the inferior version. This is basically just a straight up port from I think the PSP or PS Vita edition that they released years ago, whereas the PC version and Switch edition have better graphical enhancements and quality of life improvements that I guess they weren't able to put on the PS4 version for some reason. NISA definitely did not, I think, disclose these 2 differences, especially around when pre-orders for the limited edition came up, as well as they should have. And there's still a little bit hush-hush about the inferior quality in the PS4 edition, which I don't think is very good practice, especially when you consider all the other things that they've been doing recently that's upset a lot of Trail fans. So yeah, I'm not going to go too much into that or really pick a side. Obviously, I want to support these games. That's why I bought these physically, and I'm deciding to double dip. But the other kind of drama related to NIS America publishing Trails games right now, I don't really want to get into. Instead, let's celebrate what else is inside this lovely special edition. Next up, we have the Steelbook. So this was the main reason why I went with the PS4 limited edition, to match all my other Trails limited editions and have a PS4 version Steelbook to match with my other ones. We also have a hardbound photo book that looks to be 32 pages. I'll just show a little bit of the teaser here because I think there are spoilers. So this photo book is basically an enhancement of what they provided in the Deluxe base game. So it's a nice little thing to have. And then they also have here in the sleeve the soundtrack. This has a longer track list than what was inside the Deluxe edition. So this has 10 tracks. I will open it. So the same artwork that we've been seeing. And then inside, just raise it up. It looks something like this. Then last but not least are all the acrylic standees. So I'm going to attempt to put these together. I used, I think, way too much plastic for this, but I guess they did that so it doesn't scratch. Alright, so we just have the base here with Trails from Zero logo, and it looks like it's going to connect to something else. So my guess is this will connect to what they have in Trails from Azure, which is coming out early next year, that I also have pre-ordered. Alright, so I attempted to put everyone in the base. It's not, I think, the most secure, but this is what it looks like. So we have Ellie, Lloyd, Randy, and Tio. So this is the 4 main characters. I might need to consult with a photo to see if I have them in the right order, just in case there's a better way to display everyone, because it looks like Randy's a little bit hidden in the back there. And last but not least, we have the cloth poster, which I'm excited for. I'll show you what this one looks like. The other nice thing about the cloth posters is that you can iron these and put them up on the wall. I would just put a towel or a sheet in between this fabric poster and your iron so you don't accidentally melt or burn it, and do it on the opposite side. And it'll hang much nicer if you do that. I've seen too many room tours where people don't iron their cloth posters, which I think is a shame. Yeah, I want to say this is made out of a different material than the other cloth posters that came in the Cold Steel game. So let's start from the beginning and look at the 2 PS4 editions that XSeed / Marvelous came out with. So they were the first ones to localize the Trails games, starting with Trails in the Sky and then the first 2 Cold Steel games. This is probably the reason why here in the West we don't have the first 2 Cold Steel games localized on the Switch because of the localization rates, unfortunately. But these are nice, small, compact boxes. But what I really love about these editions are the beautiful steel books. So this is the first game's steelbook case, and they have the title of the game on the spine there. And you can see the game, and a fairly thick manual for the time, and yes, other artwork on the interior as well. And they kept things simple by just also adding a CD, a track list. This has 21 different songs. And then this silver coin, or Mira, if you're familiar with the in-game currency. Next, the second game here also has similar contents. Another beautiful steelbook. And a nice manual and the game, along with also, of course, artwork on the interior as well. And this is what the CD looks like. This has 23 different tracks. And this also came with these tarot cards. Like this. And a nice pin here. Now for the third Cold Steel game, this is when NIS America took over the localization. And they came out with this huge box here, full of goodies. Starting with the steelbook, which admittedly is less impressive than what XSeed did. And mine is a little dent from moving, unfortunately. So I don't know how to bend that back usually. They also included the base game, similar to what they did for Trails from Zero. And so this came with the soundtrack as well as the game here. Also a character photo book. The photo book, and this one is a bit thicker and it has this nice texture on the cover. Yeah, this has 128 pages, it looks like. So let me put something that's not spoilery. So, okay, we'll just look at the first page. So this is green. They're nice glossy postcards. Briefly show what those look like. And it also came with a physical CD with more tracks. So we have 20 tracks here. Some nice artwork on the interior. And the biggest thing in this package is this plush Amishi doll, which is pretty cute. So this is the mascot for Nihon Falcon, and he's also featured kind of throughout these games too. And then finally we have Trails from Cold Steel 4. This will have more spoilers, but this is the slip jacket, which is nice. Too bad we don't have that for Trails from Zero. And this is a very similar box to Trails from Zero, just a bit thicker. But just to quickly share what's inside, we have another steelbook case, as well as the base game. And it includes another CD, as well as the game. And this has a nice selection of character art, and the photo book matches with the third game. This nice textured photo book with, let's see, 127 pages this time. Let's look at my favorite, Estelle here. We have another soundtrack with more songs. This has 15 songs. Inside. For the postcards, there are spoilers. I'm not going to go through these, but they have this really nice holographic sheen. So these are really cool art cards. And then we have this massive fabric poster here, which is honestly great. I really love this poster personally. So yeah, this is much bigger than what Trails from Zero gave us. But so far, this is what all the limited edition PS4 localized Trails boxes look like. Now to get back to Trails from Zero, I haven't played this game yet. I actually did have the Geofront patch in my PS Vita ready to go, but then we heard about the localization for this game, so I decided to hold off and wait. And so I'm really anxious actually to start playing this because I hear this is one of the better arcs in the entire series so far. I didn't really think this would actually ever happen, and I'm really, really happy that it finally has. Even though the localization effort has been very slow, we do have a very full lineup of games ahead of us for those who haven't caught up with all the fan translations. So I'm very pumped to finally get more into the Trails games and hopefully sort of catch up with the Japanese releases. So my current predicament is whether or not I should just go ahead and start playing this inferior PS4 version that I have on hand, or if I should wait for my Switch copy to arrive. I might give in and just start playing this because it has been a long wait for me. I suppose a couple weeks isn't that much longer than what I've had to wait so far. But yeah, it's very tempting to just start this because it's on hand. But anyway, whatever I decide to do, I will definitely let you guys know how this game goes and if it meets my very high expectations of what I've heard about this game in particular. I have had a few people ask where to start when it comes to the Trails games, and I guess I am one of those who thinks the best experience is to start from the beginning with Trails in the Sky. But there are limitations to what systems people have access to. So honestly, if you have access to any one of the three arcs, so Trails in the Sky, the Crossbell duology, and the Cold Steel games, you start with the first game in either of those arcs, I think that should be fine, just for you to kind of gauge your interest to see how things work out. But for my recommendation, definitely start with Trails in the Sky FC if you have either an ability to play it on a modded Vita, on the Steam Deck, or on PC. If those are not feasible options for you, then I would then try to start with Trails from Zero. Preferably the Switch because of the graphical and quality of life enhancements I mentioned earlier. Though I have heard that the PS4 version is not as bad as some people have been led to believe. But regardless, I guess, of all my suggestions, as long as you're interested in the Trails of games, I think that's great, and you can start wherever you want, just to see how it is. And if you do become a big fan like I have over the years, I think you'll eventually find your way to all the games. So in the end, I don't think it totally matters what order you play them in. Alright, this has become quite a long video, so I'm going to wrap it up. Let me know if you're also very excited about the localization of Trails from Zero, and whether or not you've actually been able to pick up this game yet. And I'll definitely keep you guys up to date with how my playthrough goes. So until then, bye guys.